Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. This video is so important to me, so exciting because this is my first ever YouTube video. So thank you so much for clicking on my video. I'm pretty sure you're gonna love what I have to offer, so why don't you just go ahead and click subscribe down below. It's free. It's not gonna hurt. Just go ahead and click that button. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and go ahead and comment. I would love to hear what you guys have to say after you watch this video. And I definitely suggest hitting that notification bell because your girl is not on the schedule. So go ahead and click that button so you will get notified when I post my next video, because who knows when that's gonna be. Hopefully soon, but I can't predict the future. As you can tell by the title of this video, we are getting down and dirty and talking about feminine hygiene. I feel that this is a topic that is widely talked about, but it's also something that's secretly talked about because it is such a sensitive subject. And with my experience of what I've been through, I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys what I've learned, what works for me, and hopefully I can help a few of you out there or all of you that watch out there. This method works so well for me. I will never change from this method. So again, thank you so much for tuning in, and let's get started. So first things first, feminine hygiene. Just to give you a little backstory on myself, I struggled so much with this in my early 20s because I felt like nothing worked. I tried Summer's Eve. I tried the powders that the powder that you can pour in your underwear. I've tried the wipes. I've tried Vagisil. I've tried douching, which I definitely do not recommend douching. It is really not good for your body, but I was desperate. So I also met with my OB at the time, and she didn't notice anything was wrong. She said it's completely normal, just normal mild soap, yada yada. But still, I just left her office feeling like my problem wasn't getting resolved. I've also had a few BIs in my time, and mind you, this is not just from being with an intimate partner. This is being intimate with a partner. This is also from just me not even doing anything with anybody, and I was still having this problem. I just did not feel that I was as fresh as I could be. It wasn't until a year ago that I met someone who, she is the GOAT of all time, because she has told me something that I can do that has worked. I swear by it. I tell all my friends about it, and that's why I'm recording to tell you guys about it. So that is something that you can buy. It's everywhere. You don't have to go online. You can get it directly from Bath and Body Works. Believe it or not, I never shop at Bath and Body Works, but I found something that I hold dear to my heart, and it is the menthol, or hold on, let me get the right name. I got my phone here looking it up. It is the Mentha Exfoliating Bar Soap by Bath and Body Works, and it's $7.50. Sometimes they're even on sale, so go ahead and get it, because I'm telling you, this is major key. I have thrown away all other feminine cleansing products, wipes. I've thrown it all away. I will never use those products again. What I like about this product is it's very, very gentle, although it has mentha in it, or so, like peppermint. So it does tingle, but other than that, it has, let me get my words together. I'm reading, and it says, it is infused with cooling peppermint for an invigorating, fragrant experience. It also comes in a lip gloss, which I love when my lips are chapped and dry. And so yeah, that is what I use. I actually have it right here. This is what I keep it in, this little Ziploc baggie, because I don't want the bar soap to get watered down from the water in the shower, so I try to preserve it as long as I can by keeping it in this baggie. And I have one of these bad boys for it. So let's get into how do we use this. Let me first tell you a little bit of background about feminine hygiene. Because I might have some young viewers out there and they might not know what can affect your body if you are engaging in sexual activities. Please know that sperm, and again, I am not a doctor, I'm not an OB, I'm not a physician, this is some stuff I've researched and found out, some stuff I've been told. So please do your own research, please consult with your own OBGYN, but I'm pretty sure they're going to tell you the same thing that I'm going to tell you right now, is that male sperm, male cum can affect your body as a female. It can throw off your pH balance that all women have. We have a pH balance that needs to be leveled so that everything is going and flowing as it should. And when we mix in male stuff and with our lady stuff starts to go haywire. Doesn't happen all the time, but a lot of times it does happen. One of the most common things that happens is a BI. For those of you who do not know what a BI is, it means bacterial infection. It is something that can just happen. You know, we do have bacteria that grows in our body that's completely healthy. We need it. But there could be a time where our body produces too much of it. Or it could be a matter of getting those male things mixed in with the female things, and now everything is haywire and you got a bacterial infection. It's super easy to fix. You go meet with your doctor. Some doctors, depending on their experience, they can look down there and tell you right away what you have. Some might want to run tests, and then you have to wait for that phone call back for them to tell you, like, yes, this is what you have, here's the medication, take it as prescribed, you're on your way. It's been so long since I've ever had a bacterial infection that I can't even tell you the pills. I know it was pills, but I've tried it all. I've had pills, I've had a gel that had to be inserted, and you can't have sex while you're, on the pill or on the gel. I'm telling you, I've been through it all. I have been on a roller coaster with my body for a while, and for the last 2 years, it has been heaven. So that's first and foremost. Male sperm, male ejaculation can affect your pH balance and throw things out of whack. The second thing is red meat. Red meat, as we all know with food these days, it's not always cut dry, the animal from the farm, and it's at the grocery store for you to buy. There are so many chemicals that go into food these days that you really can't be too sure unless you're getting organic or grass-fed foods like that. But nevertheless, red meat, too much red meat can affect your body's odor, can affect your pH balance. And the third thing that ties into with red meat, because it's another consumption item, is coffee. Caffeine can affect your pH balance as well. It can affect your body's odor as well. So keep those three things in mind. There are other things out there, I'm sure, that affect your body, but those are three that really stood out to me because I love meat, I love coffee, and sex happens. So there's that. But there is a solution. That is why you all clicked on this video.
Eternity later.
Anyways, so what you're gonna do while you're in the shower, you're gonna put the glove on, get it nice and wet. Go ahead and get your soap, rub front and back of just where your fingers are. You don't have to get the entire glove soapy, just the fingers of it. You're gonna get it soapy, and you're gonna clean your vagina like you normally do, back and forth motions, maybe a little left and right. But are you listening? You might want to scoot a little closer because this is where it gets real. I never did this ever in my life, was never told this. I don't have older sisters. My mom's here, but she never told me this. I've been blind this whole time. I think my mom's out. It's about to get loud. I apologize. It's about to get loud. But anyways, what you're gonna do is, with the soap on this glove, I'm putting the glove on for better demonstration. With these two fingers right here. Now, for those that might be blushing, if you're watching this and you're young, this is not anything sexual whatsoever. This is proper cleaning of your vagina. You're gonna take these two fingers, or maybe these two fingers, or however you're comfortable, 2 fingers. I feel like you get better, it's easier if you just use your first 2 fingers, and you're actually gonna go in your vagina, 1 finger at a time, guys. Let's not get crazy, because it has a texture to it, so it's not the most pleasant, but it definitely is not painful. But it's not gonna be, just 1 finger at a time. I don't know where I was going with that last part. Just 1 finger at a time. So you're gonna go in and pretty much the whole finger, at least down to the knuckle. You're gonna do up and down, a little swipey swipe. You don't gotta be in there long. Pull it out, do the next finger in there, and wiggling around, getting all the bits. Pull it out. Rinse the glove off rinse the glove off, get all the soap off. Now you need to get the soap that's in there out. So again, with those fingers, make sure there's no soap on here. You're gonna go in, swipe all around, and when you pull out, you'll see the soap on your finger, and you're gonna keep rinsing it off and repeating until you can pull your fingers out and there's no soap whatsoever. And I'm telling you, this will work for you. This is where it's at. This is a game changer right here. Get on these. I have never used a loofah since I've come across these bad boys. You throw them in the washer, they're good as new, or you can just throw them out. I do see that the elasticity on these go out after some time, but I had one for like a year, but somewhat within that year, I bought a whole new second pack and was rotating that way. But again, you still want to wash it once a week. You can do this when you're on your period. It's actually when you really want to do this is when you're on your period. For those of you who do not know, and don't feel ashamed for not knowing, because hey, I didn't know these things either. When you have your period, stuff can still be stuck up in there that might be giving off an odor. As we all know, periods are not the pleasant of smells, and this really helps to get all of that out of there. I personally don't do it the first day of my period if we're getting really TMI right now, just because the cramps are just on a whole nother level and I am not dealing. I just clean the outside area like normal. But from the second day on, I clean as I've just demonstrated, because it gets the job done. If you are someone who's gonna try this, I definitely highly recommend it. I hope you do try it. I would recommend when you're first starting to do this, again, the first day, test it out on the outside, see how your body reacts to it, and then after that, do it twice a day. Do it in the morning and do it at night. You don't have to shower when you're doing this. You can do this at your sink. You will get the floor a little bit wet, but that's small things. That does not matter. That's not what's important. What's important is feeling fresh and being on top of your game. So twice a day. I can't remember how long I did it twice a day, to the point where I only do it now once a day. But do it twice a day for like a week or so. Yeah, do it about a week, twice a day for a week, and then you can go to being once a day. And the key to knowing if you're clean is when you're finished and you have your towel, go ahead and wipe back and forth with your towel and smell your towel. If you smell anything, you're not quite clean, go ahead back and do it again. It is completely okay. It happens. This is why you want to start off by doing it twice a day, to get your body together, get it all cleaned out. You're basically like detoxing your vagina. So just, that's a test that you can do. Or while you're still in the shower, you can go in with your glove, now that there's no soap on it, smell the glove, and if you smell anything, then again, you might not gotten it all, so go ahead and do it again. It's okay to repeat the process. It's not a lengthy process. I think I spend a minute 2 minutes tops cleaning my vagina, and it's like second nature to me now. There are days where I'm annoyed and I don't feel like doing it, but I do it every time because it is major key. I promise you, you will not regret it if you try this method. You can go ahead and throw away that Summer's Eve, that Vagisil, all that other junk, throw it away. One bad, or the only bad thing about, one moment. Anyways, so the one thing about this is that because it has these natural ingredients in it, it doesn't last forever. These last a good while, don't get me wrong, they last a good while, but the ingredients that's in this that you're wanting to work, that peppermint, it fades away or it expires. Nothing bad about it, but it just doesn't work to its fullest potential. So really, even though I have like a full, it's really thin. It looks like there's a lot, but it's really thin. I like to rotate it because this side is thicker, so I'm probably gonna rotate it so I start using this back side. Definitely recommend that as well. Once your front side gets really thin, flip it over to start using the back side, because it won't be as strong as it was when you bought it, and you're going to start noticing that it's not working. That just means it's time to throw it away and go ahead and get a new bar. Again, these aren't that very expensive and they do last you quite a while, and along with it, the peppermint fading away on this, I definitely recommend keeping it sealed in a Ziploc baggie when it's not in use, so that it doesn't go bad even quicker, if you will. So major key. This is at Bath & Body Works. I will link the products below if I know how to do that, because this is my first video. But either way, there's that. Now that we got your vaginas squared away, I want to talk about something else that I have encountered in my life, and that is my armpits. Geez, how old am I? 26? So about 4 or 5 years ago, I realized that deodorants just weren't working anymore. Like, no clinical strength degree, whatever other popular brands of deodorant are, they were not working, no matter how much they cost, whether they were the powder, the liquid, gel form, the spray. Nothing was working. I used to have my best friend give me like fake hugs so she could smell my underarms when we worked together, because I was like, I know that this is bad. And I'm not even doing much. I'm not out here playing football. I'm just at work. And nothing was working. And it wasn't until I feel like it kind of went away. And I started to wear, you know, not be as self-conscious, but it still was a problem. So I switched to natural deodorants. I love shopping at TJ Maxx, and I found this brand, Schmidt's, and they have so many different fragrances, and I loved them. It was working. I wasn't having any problems. So hurrah, no more smelling like a full linebacker. But the problem is, it was a natural deodorant, but it also had oils in it. And those oils will stain your clothes. I work at a job where I dress in business attire, and all of my clothes were starting to get an oil ring, no matter how much I washed them. That's another thing. All my shirts like had a permanent underarm smell, no matter how much I washed them. I and my mom, she was trying to help me out, we started buying different little things that you see advertised for smelly laundry, because my underarms was like ruining everything. And with this new deodorant, it resolved that problem, but now it's staining. So I went from funky to staining all my clothes. And so I definitely do not recommend this brand. It's called Schmidt's. I will maybe show you a picture of what one looks like right here, because I don't have any at my house. I threw them all away. And the reason I threw them away, not just because it stained my clothes. I was willing to deal with stained clothes because it was finally working. But I noticed that my underarms were getting darker and darker and darker and itchier by the second. It was awful. I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know what was going on. I actually one day was getting a checkup with my OB, and you know, they kind of can tell you about anything in your body, so I figured why not ask him about my underarms. He recommended that I stop shaving and really not use a deodorant. He gave me some alternatives, which with my experience, I was not trying to have that happen using these alternatives, because these pits are disrespectful. And it was really bad. It's like my entire underarm area was black, like I had a rash. And come to find out, it was that deodorant. That deodorant caused me to get eczema in my underarms. Now my body is very sensitive and bougie and likes the expensive lotion. I can't use any of the frilly little lotions that don't cost much. I have to use, what is it? Eucerin or Lubriderm? Whichever one is like $10. The red cap. You know, I use it every day and I don't even know what it's called. But either way, I get eczema on my body if I don't use it. And now that deodorant, after all these years in my life, that deodorant has now also caused me to get eczema under my arms. And I now have a solution for that too. And that is the Arm & Hammer. I don't know if you can see that. The Arm & Hammer deodorant. Now they come in two scents that I've discovered. One is fresh and the other is clean, and they smell amazing. Now the great thing about these deodorants at that they are free of aluminum, parabens, and that last word that I'm not even going to try to pronounce if you can see it. Plithlates. It's free of all that, and that's what you want in a deodorant. That's what you want in any product. You don't want any of that stuff in your body. And that's also something that is so important that I never really thought of before, because when you're shaving under your arms, you're opening your pores. And when you get out the shower and put on deodorant, you're putting those chemicals into your body. So if you have a deodorant and it does not say that it's free of aluminum, parabens, and that other word that I can't pronounce, then what are you doing? Throw it away. It's not worth it. You don't want those chemicals and toxins in your body. So go ahead and get these bad boys. Don't go for the Schmidt. And believe it or not, what really reminded me of this and wanted me to include this in this video is that just the other day I was with my mom. Sorry if I seem like I'm in a different spot than I just was. My camera stopped recording. This is a new camera. I don't know really how to work it. I didn't read the manual. But anyways, I was recently with my mom, and she slightly lifted her arm up, and I was like, whoa, like your underarms is really dark, like what's happening? And she was like, I don't know what's going on, like it really itches. And I was like, are you still using that deodorant, the Schmidt's? And she was like, yeah, I'm still using it, it's down to the bottom, and I thought maybe I just like scraped my underarm or something, but it's like really itchy. I said, you have eczema. You're getting exactly what happened to me, which is why I threw away that deodorant. So it's not just, you know, a one-time incident, maybe a bad batch of the deodorant. Like my mom is now getting what I had. She's now, and she doesn't use the lotions on her body like I use. She doesn't get eczema. So now she has eczema under her arms because of that deodorant. So again, the name is Schmidt's. So I definitely do not recommend getting that. Go ahead and get you that Arm & Hammer. It smells amazing. You will like both scents. And there you go. Now, we're winding down to the very last thing. This is something super quick and brief. I absolutely hate going to the dentist. It is my weakness. I will cry in the dentist chair. No shame on that. I will cry. But something that he pointed out the last time I saw him was that one of my gums seemed kind of loose, and I've always kind of figured that my gums are loose because I can't really eat popcorn because the kernels get stuck down there. Big ordeal. But basically, you know, they ask you, have you floss, and you say yes even though you really haven't, and they look at you like, you know, damn well you haven't floss. Well, there's a reason they ask if you floss, because demonstration time. Sorry, this gets a little TMI, but if you can see that little bit that's on that floss, it's really, you really don't notice it at all. That right there is bacteria. And it's something that we all have in our mouth. You can't get rid of it permanently, but what you can do is disrupt it by flossing. So that is why they want you to floss. And when they sit in an area for so long, it starts to separate your gum from your tooth, which can be very bad in the future. So please remember to floss twice a day. You can pick up these bad boys, or if you like the old-fashioned floss, I find that both work. So yeah, make sure you floss, because I never knew what that was. I thought it was just like spit or the food that I had eaten that day. I didn't know that that little stuff was bacteria. So yeah, floss, people. Let me see. I don't really think that showed you how okay, this is better. Sorry again, getting gross. If it can focus in, you really, like I said, you really can't even see it, but it's that little bit that's on the floss. That is bacteria. Sorry if you're eating right now. I mean, we have been talking about vagina and armpits, so if you can get through all that, you can get through this. But I bet you're gonna floss after you finish eating. Well, that is all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this video. I really appreciate it. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I really want to hear from you guys. I want to know if you tried my method, how it works for you, what you're dealing with, and maybe I can give you some advice. And again, thank you so much, and stay tuned for my next video. Mwah. Bye.